Hey beauties, good afternoon to you. All right, I know everybody's excited because they want their specific political party to win the local government elections overall. To be honest, I set my mind for either of the two. Because one of the two will, and it's not like one is going to take everything. It's still shared in a sense. Although yes, you have a winner and a non-winner. Let's call it. We're not going to use the L word. But listen to me, powers that be, especially the powers that be that pay public sector workers. These things like this in terms of low voter turnout and so on are part and parcel as to why you have that. One of the things that people don't like is when they don't have any money and when it is consistent and when it never had to be that way, and especially when they work very hard for it and it is menial, it is stingy. This country has seen millions and billions of dollars in astronomical ways. I'm going to use hyperbole for you to understand. And the people of Jamaica barely feels it. If the world's wealth was shared equally, equitably, everyone, barring none, would have been a multi-millionaire and the world still remains wealthy. Meanness does not pay. Stinginess does not pay. There's no blessing. Your life will go down. It will spiral out of control. Even if you're on top right now financially, you will go down, die badly. It's a reality. Check it. Our history is permeated with people like that who bask in meanness and stinginess. And their lives leaves much to be desired. Pay the public sector workers. I know this is local government elections, but I'm saying this because we have moved from that to, irrespective of whatever it has, the voting for local government elections have gone. The vote has gone. Even though they're in the deliberations and so on, it could have gone whether it want to go for the rest of the week or whatnot. It still has gone. So we have to look to the future, which is a general elections. It's still on its way. Whether it happens next year or this year, it's on its way. God, you know how time moves very quickly. It waits on not one of us. Pay the public sector workers properly. Whatever back monies are there for them, give it to them. Fix the roads. Ensure that people have water. I don't know, the Tarzan thing that is happening still in this country, even in parishes that you cannot believe. That should be country. You see how they dub Jamaica as a land of wood and water? You want to say the parish of water and water? And people still suffering greatly in parishes that you say, this parish, that rainfall, it rains almost every day or very frequently. Huh? Even during drought periods in other parishes, and still people suffering greatly gravely where water is concerned. People tired to change their tires, and tires are not inexpensive. The front end mash up, the wear and tear of the vehicle, plus your own wear and tear, because for me have a vehicle you have to use it. Why would you have a vehicle? And they can't even say make you get a decent service out of the vehicle or just a decent ride without you shaking up, even if there are no potholes. The hill and gully business, the gritty, the gullies in the roads, sharper than not sharper than a two-edged sword. Public sector workers are tired. They would have gone out, I'm sure, many of them, and I use them because they're the larger of the two in terms of workforce. And if you have a 29.6% voter turnout, it tells you a story. And when I went to vote, I saw quite a number of elderly people. So they're not among the workforce. I probably was the youngest. My neighbor and I were the exact same age, we were just probably months apart. You understand? Pay the public sector workers properly. The powers that be that pay. Or you're going to have worse, a sense of apathy. You're going to have probably lower, it's going to be problematic. going to be problematic. And I heard the Prime Minister say about, yesterday after he spoke, saying that they won, although the PNP said the same. Whatever the result, it doesn't matter. Neither of the two really wins, I don't think they understand that. And when how I got from him is almost like he's saying, boy, I can't believe, that the people have issues with the roads and water and, all the things that rules under the local government. I said, maybe I was tired, or maybe he was too tired because he campaigned heavily, This is a cry from before your time, sir. It's a cry. It's a cry. It's a non-stop bawling. It's a non-stop bawling with the bad roads. The only smooth roads are the highways, where you can say you're driving smoothly enough. If you look too much, sometimes you can probably take care in a sense of the road. When I say take care, you know what I mean. Obviously, you don't take your eyes off the road, but you don't have to be looking on the ground like that driving because you're scared of a pothole. The only smooth for a moment, for a sense of you're driving for a little while, is there. It's the highways. Outside of that, no matter where you go, whether you could have got the worst part in Jamaica or the best part in Jamaica. I've been to all areas in Jamaica, and I'm surprised even that some of the upper echelon roads look worse than some of the inner city. I'm like, terrible. You're like, and I'm sure that some of these people are taxpayers. Terrible, terrible, terrible. It's all over. And it makes a place look bad. And my question to you is, even if one of the things I believe that black people tend to pride themselves in is something that looks good. You know how black people love to bathe, they love to smell good, and they like when their houses are clean and look nice. That if you have that spirit as an attitude within you, I can't see how you don't transpose that or translate that into the wider society. How can you feel good to know that you're manning a country, running a country, and the road them bad, so them bad. They're terrible, horrible. And you seem like you're being clueless. Okay. When it's a cry every day. People still carrying water. There is no water. In parishes that I'm surprised when I hear it. Like that particular parish? You've got to be kidding me. Civil servants are to get back monies. People who do traveling and all kinds of things forget traveling, mileage and traveling and this. You name the different back monies. Name them. They fall under something. Can't get it. In deliberations, always in deliberations when it's a general populace as it relates to public sector workers, but yet those in certain management positions, they get 100%, 200%, 300% when you're working for the people, by the people. And you get that instantaneously. It's not even chopped up like the 20% that was chopped up on already a low salary. And you some of your salaries were better than the ones who are getting the 20%. God don't like them things. It's considered beyond ugly. It's hideous. And God hates that. It's hideous. He hates it. He detests it. That's evil. And once people's pockets are squashed consistently, just like this, they're going to get fed up and say, all right, that's it. No more. And that's damning to a country. That's not good. I was shocked when I heard the political analyst there. I don't know any of their names. You know, when they said that even back in the 80s, 60%, I'm like, huh? I've never heard that. I was shocked. Remember, I'm just nowadays trying to get, acquainted with politics. I want to get a good book on it in Jamaican politics. Well, politics in general. 40%, 50%. I mean, I know the 30s. And, when I start really looking at it is when it's mid, low to somewhat, 30s. I know 20. What next? We're in the teens? No, sir. Pay public sector workers properly. Years ago, a minister from the present ruling party stated that people earning $500,000 a month are barely scraping. So you know that most people are deceased. Raise them from the dead. Pay them well. Give them back money. Guys, follow me on TikTok. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please share this message.